जय राधा माधव
पीछे पीछे
कुंज राधा माधव कुंज गोपी जन
नहीं होगा
गोपी जन वल्लभा यशोदानंदना व्रज जन यमुना तीरा भाई चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य शोधर्षभ श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंद आवाज आई वो तो बस इसको बंद करेंगे तो मच्छर खाते हैं। Is it okay without fan? You can come as close as possible. हाँ, I can turn on the AC. That's better. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So, from today, for the next few days till I am here, we will read some portions from Chaitanya Charitamrita and discuss in between. And questions can be asked also in between. It's more sort of a discussion than a class. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela, chapter 3, The Glories of Srila Haridas Thakur. In this section, there is a description of conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur, which happened in Puri, Jagannath Puri. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made Jagannath Puri as his headquarters. There, for the first 6 years from Puri, he went around all over India, South India, and Vrindavan, like that, preaching. And then he returned back, and then he stayed just in Puri. So, this section of Chaitanya Charitamrita pertains to that time, when he just stayed in Puri. And then Haridas Thakur, all of you would have heard of Haridas Thakur. So he stayed in one cottage there, and Lord Chaitanya will come and every day he will see him, because Haridas Thakur, being born in a Muslim family, he was not going to Jagannath temple. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came to show him himself, because he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and also discuss with him on many things. And through Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought to us glorification of the Holy Name. So this section is in that regard. Haridas Kali Kale Yavana Apar Go Brahmane Himsa Kare Mahadurachar. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Thakur Haridas during the discussion. Kali Kale Yavana Apar. In Kali Yuga there are so many Yavanas. Go Brahmane Himsa Kare Mahadurachar. They are very durachari. Durachar. Durachar. Achar means? Huh? So there is one called Vyavahar and another is Achar. What is the difference between Achar and Vyavahar?
Vyavahar is behavior, achar is practice.
Vyavahar is behavior, Achar is
Practice.
Good. So Achar is how you conduct your life, what you do. Vyavahar is especially how you deal with others. Vyavahar. So Durachar, Go Brahmane Himsa Kare. They are known to be envious and they are violent against Go and Brahmana, against Brahmins and against cows. This is the typical of Yavana. So, purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, from this statement by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can clearly understand that the word Yavana does not refer only to a particular class of men. It's not about a class, a caste, being born in certain caste. They are Yavanas. No. But it pertains to particular activities or their outlook towards others. So what is the specific thing that makes one a Yavana? Go Brahmana Himsa. They are against the Vedic culture. Vedic culture is centered on, rooted in Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. A culture which fosters on protecting cows and Brahmins. Because It's called Brahminical culture otherwise, the Vedic culture, because Brahmanas guide the whole society, because Brahmanas are well conversant, supposed to be well conversant with the Vedas. And Vedic culture means that which is based on Vedic culture, Vedic Vedas. So therefore Brahmanas are worshipable because they lead a life in conformity with the Vedas, and they teach us. They are the teachers. So and cow, again, cow is very dear to Krishna, and cow is very sattvic, and serving the cows make us sattvic. So therefore, Vedic culture is Go Brahmana Hitaya. So those who are against that, naturally they are against Go and Brahmana. They are called Yavanas. Srila Prabhupada further says, anyone who is against the behavior, anyone who is against the behavior of the Vedic principles is called a Yavana. Such a Yavana may be in India or outside of India. As described here, the symptom of Yavanas is that they are violent killers of cows and Brahminical culture. We offer our prayers to the Lord by saying, Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. This needs to be put in. Okay. The Lord is the maintainer of Brahminical culture. His first concern is to see to the benefit of cows and Brahmanas. As soon as human civilization turns against Brahminical culture and allows unrestricted killing of cows, we should understand that men are no longer under the control of the Vedic culture, but are all Yavanas and Mlechas. It is said that the Krishna consciousness movement will be prominent within the next 10,000 years, but after that people will all become Mlechas and Yavanas. Thus, at the end of the Yuga, Krishna will appear as the Kalki avatar and kill them without consideration. So this is presently what is happening. We are living in an era where it is predicted by great acharyas that 10,000 years starting from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent will be like a golden era, though within this Kali Yuga. And that's our hope. That's why we are able to do something in this Kali Yuga. Otherwise, in Kali Yuga, anything which is against the Vedic culture will flourish very easily. And we can see that happening. Whereas, it is very difficult to establish Vedic principles because of the influence of this time, very tamasic. Different time have different influence because different time periods are governed by different modes. So, Brahma Muhurta, evening time, so most of the nefarious activities happen in the night because that time period is governed by Tamoguna. Similarly, the ages are also governed by different gunas. Kali Yuga is governed primarily by Tamoguna. So therefore, tamasic activities flourish very easily in this age. People are naturally inclined towards sinful activities. Whereas, to help them or to advocate, to take to the pious activities, it takes a lot of efforts. Individually also we can see. To do something wrong is very easy in this age. But in Satyuga it was not like that. Because of the influence of the time and also because the people who are born in a particular age is also according to their karma phal. So those who are born in Kali Yuga are also having the karma phal where they, because of their previous karmas, they deserve to be born in an atmosphere of tamas because that is what they are inclined to do because of their previous karmic reactions. That's also another reason. So, our impressions, that's what's called vasanas in our subtle body, are also make us inclined towards sinful activity, and on top of that, the atmosphere is also surcharged by tamoguna. Both these things combine together and people very easily lead towards tamasic activities. Therefore, we have to be always cautious that we will have to do lots of efforts if we don't want to glide down towards that tamoguna. Therefore, that association, which is one of the most important factor which influences us. So therefore, the importance of avoiding non-devotee association. Asat Sanga Tyaga Vaishnavachar. There are 10 items described in Srimad Bhagavatam. regarding association. The 10 items which we have to be careful about in terms of associating, because they lead to development of different gunas. So one of them is the people we associate, the shastra we read or the books we read, the food we eat, the water we drink or take bath, like that. Some 10 items are there. So this whole endeavor, what we are trying here, like what Srila Prabhupada instituted, is based on that science, that though we are born with that type of tamasic inclinations, but with good association and by the power of the holy name and other devotional practices, we can still come out of this influence of tamoguna. Therefore, we get up early in the morning. Everything is based on science. Understand? There are facts behind that. Why we get up early, why we chant Hare Krishna, why we try to avoid non-devotee association as much as possible, why we should have devotee association, why we only take food which is offered to Krishna. Everything has science behind that. Okay, so Yavanas and Mlechas. I was reading one book. It is called World Vedic Heritage by one Mr. P.N. Oak. He gives a comprehensive history which can bring together all different civilizations at all different times. Because present time different histories are seen in bits and pieces. European history, Indian, in Indian Peninsula what happened, Europe what happened, as if they were all discrete, and they try to bring that commonality with the theory like Darwinism. We all are began with some chemicals and then single cell, and then later on this some Aryan invasion theory and all that, which actually are not very even reasonable. But if we see our the history from the Puranic point of view, we can very much correlate, and then the evidence is also presently available. It shows that throughout the world there was Vedic culture prevalent till the time of Mahabharata. Did you ever have that seminar by that devotee?
Not now.
He has not come here.
But I was planning to call him.
So, like we see, Sanskrit words are to be found in all languages. Vedic deities unearthed, excavated in all different regions of the world. Like that, there are so many evidences. Islam started only around 1000 years before. Christianity only 2000 years. What was there before that? What was there before that? So we have this account in Puranas how in Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, 5000 years. And that was the time. And then we have records in our Bhagavatam that how the whole world was ruled from Indraprastha till then. And then how after the Mahabharata, as was foretold by Arjuna, that all the kings will be dead. So, and it was really a massacre. And so gradually the Vedic people went outside of the fold of the Vedic culture in different parts. And then gradually this Greek civilization, Roman civilization, different things came up. And then Christianity came. And then Islam came. Like that. So you can find a lot of similarities in all Greek and culture. Anyway, that can be one thing. You can read that book, World Vedic Heritage. So then this Islam and all this, they drifted away from Vedic culture, and therefore the number of Yavanas and Mlechas increased. Previously also always there were Yavanas, Mlechas. Kamsa, he was against cows and Brahmanas, correct? When he, at one time when Vasudev, he preached to him that, you see, I will bring to you all the sons as they are born, don't kill your sister. So he agreed at one time, correct? And then afterwards, he was told by his ministers that don't believe in his word, this and that. And Vishnu and all these bhaktas, they are, we have to just kill them, like that. So, typical, against the Brahmanas and against the cows. So, that is Yavana. So, they are all also present in India in the Vedic times. But the number of Yavanas have increased a lot presently. Okay, further. यह सवार कौन मते हईबे निस्तार तहार हेतु ना देखिए हे दुख अपार. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking Haridas Thakur, how will all of them be delivered from nescience? I don't see any hope for them, and therefore I am very much worried. What do we learn from that? Lord wants, he is worried about us. That is his only worry. Otherwise, he is Atmaram. As a father is always unhappy seeing his sons unhappy, similarly, Lord is unhappy to see us. And he is always thinking of how we will be delivered. So we have to just, if we understand this fact, we just follow the advice given by him or his representatives. He is already thinking more than us about us. Just if we do our bit, then the path is open. But the problem with us is we are so stubborn, we are determined to stay here. Otherwise, it's not so difficult because he wants. So this is the question which he asked. Practically, he is asking means he is making Haridas Thakur as a mouthpiece, as we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita always. Whatever Haridas Thakur or Rupa Goswami they are able to speak, they give the credit that it is only you who are making us speak. Purport. This verse reveals the significance of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance as Patita Pavana, the deliverer of all the fallen souls. So who are these fallen souls? Jagai Madai? What about us? We are no less than Jagai Madai. All of us. All of us are very, very, very fallen. We just do sinful activities. We have done so many things. Just like that, without considering anything. The whole atmosphere is charged with this sinful activity. So we are very fallen. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is especially Patita Pavana. Especially for us, very fallen people of this Kali Yuga. Shri Uttam Das Thakur sings, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. Your advantage avatar is especially for Patitas. Oh my Lord, you have appeared just to deliver all the fallen souls. Mosama Patita Prabhu na paigaya. But one who understands that he is Patita, therefore is humble, he attracts the mercy of the Lord. And one who, in spite of being Patita, he thinks himself great, Abhimani, he is unable to attract the mercy of Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kulina Pandit Dhanera Bada Abhiman. Those who are born in rich families, aristocratic families, those who are materially intelligent, and those who are rich, they are bada abhiman. They are generally very proud. Dinera adhikataya kare Bhagwan. But Lord is more merciful on Dina, those who are humble. Because the only hope for our deliverance is mercy. Mercy flows down. So you have to, go down. If you are standing like that, then how you can expect the mercy? Mercy means something you are like, you don't deserve. It's just a gift. Correct? It's just bestowed upon you. It's not something you are adhikar, your right. That's my right. If it is your right, you can stand like this. But if you don't have any right, you are just dependent on mercy, then you cannot be like this. You have to be begging. Correct? So for begging, you have to feel humble. Then only you can beg. Correct? So therefore, this attitude of humility is very important for people like us, Patita, to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And therefore, this movement will attract those who, by devotee association or somehow, they are at least humble. But those who are proud, till they are proud, they will not be able to be attracted by this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement. And practically we see, if we are still having that I can know myself, I can benefit myself, okay, I will see what they have to say. Till then, there is no hope. Okay, by nature we are all proud. But if at least we have some understanding that yes, I am proud, but ultimately it is not good for me. What we are proud about? We are suffering in the cycle of birth and death, and we have no clue. So why we should be proud about anything? So like that, if we have some sane thinking, so gradually we can become humble, and the more humble we become recipients of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then we can be delivered. How Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking about the deliverance of fallen souls is shown by the statement, Ei dukkha apar. Same thing which I was telling. He's always thinking about the deliverance of us. Man mana bhav mad bhaktu, Krishna says, think about me. They are unable to think, but he's always thinking about us. At least we are indebted just for that. That he is thinking about us who are so inimical, we need to think about him, but we don't think about him. Still he thinks about us. This statement indicates that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself, is always very unhappy to see the fallen souls in the material world. Another point to be learned from here is, therefore, if we try to not only practice Krishna consciousness ourselves, but also try to help others to take to Krishna consciousness, then he is very pleased. Because that is his anxiety. And we take his anxiety as our anxiety. Then immediately we are recognized by him. So both things we need to do. Bharat Bhumile Manushya Janma Hoila Jar, Janma Sarthak Kari Kara Paropkar. Both things together we do. We cannot do Paropkar if we ourselves are not practicing devotional service. There is no possibility of that. We can Our advancement and our helping other advancement all depends on whether Guru and Krishna are pleased with us or not. Everything lies in that. Okay, it's not a mechanical process that by chanting or by doing this or by distributing books or by preaching. Ultimate essence of all that is whether Guru and Krishna are pleased or not. That is the essence. By these activities, done in the proper consciousness, the consciousness to please them, that brings their pleasure. Therefore, these activities help. But if these activities are not done, or these activities are done without proper consciousness and understanding, then we will not get the desired result. Therefore, we have to be careful about both the things. The activities should be correct, and the spirit behind those activities also should be correct. If there is a defect in either, then we will not get the desired result. Therefore, he himself comes as he is, or he comes as a devotee in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver love of Krishna directly to the fallen souls. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he not only gives knowledge of Krishna, but by his practical activities teaches everyone how to love Krishna. Not just knowledge, do this, do that. But by his own example he teaches. Then it becomes easier. Correct? When we have some example to follow, then it becomes much easier compared to when we are just told. So this is the specialty of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He himself comes as a devotee. So we learn from him how a devotee should act. What is the behavior of a devotee? What are his sentiments? What is his understanding? Everything. Therefore, this Chaitanya Charitamrita is very important because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just appeared 500 years ago. It's a recent time. Whereas in Bhagavatam, the instances are Satyuga, Treta, it's like lakhs and lakhs. So, whatever is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the present time, how in a very practical way it has to be practiced, that is depicted by Chaitanya, by his associates, his disciples, devotees, and he himself. Therefore, it's a very practical guide for us how to apply Bhagavatam today in our life. Exactly what we have to do. So, therefore, this Chaitanya Charitamrita has a very great importance for us. How many of you have read it already? Anybody? Anybody of you who have started? Not yet. Okay. Read any section of it? No. Something here and there. No. Those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most seriously. In this age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. No need to explain this. Nevertheless, although they are eating the flesh of cows and are envious of Brahminical culture, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. Thus he asks all Indians to take up his mission. Bharat bhumite hoila manushya janma jar janma sarthak kori kara para upkar. Especially Bharat bhumite. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told this 500 years back. At that time, Bharat was not as we see in the Mahabharata times. The whole world as Bharat. Already it was it shrunk to something little more than what we have today. Already Mughals were there that time. And that means whole Europe, Middle East went to all Islam and Christians. So whatever was left, that was Bharat. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, therefore, because they have already given up their culture, so he is asking those who are left that you should do this. It is therefore the duty of every advanced and cultured Indian to take this cause very seriously. Prabhupada really means it. And we all take it very seriously. It will happen gradually. More we become stable in our understanding, deep, and naturally this will happen. Indians are not meant to be selfish, just thinking about themselves. Parupkar. They are any cultured man means this parupkari, not selfish. Selfish means animalistic. Animals can only think of themselves. So this is a basic quality of being a human being, civilized human being. Once you are generous, then this is the best generosity to give Krishna consciousness. So therefore, Indians should take this up, Krishna consciousness movement. All Indians should help the Krishna consciousness movement in its progress to the best of their ability. Then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is one brahmachari now in our Bhopal ashram. His name is Shalagram Das. I remember when he was in first year, we took them to this yatra, not yatra, what is the place? Hill station? Pachmadi? Pachmadi. I think you were not. You were there?
After that,
You after that. Ashtabush Prabhu and Shyam Sundar, they were there. So, first yatra. And he was listening to some classes he had listened. And at that time he told, Prabhuji, one thing is sure, in our life we will help this movement. We will give money, whatever we have. That time he told. And gradually he became more and more serious, and now he's dedicated his life. He passed out from NIT and got a job, did for some time, and now he's preaching. So somehow it struck him that I should help, I should do something, and that has blossomed now. Unfortunately, even some so-called Vaishnavas enviously refused to cooperate with this movement, but instead condemned it in so many ways. We are very, we are very sorry to say that these people try to find fault with us, being unnecessarily envious of our activities, although we are trying to be to the best of our ability to introduce the Krishna consciousness movement directly into the countries of Yavanas and Mrichas. Prabhupada went right into the heart of their place, New York. New York, who was telling me? New York is a place from where all the rubbish thing from the whole world starts from there. All the fashions and all the things, anything new thing has to starts from there. So Prabhupada went right there and lived among them and gave them this culture. This was the foresightedness of his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Maharaj, that we should go to the West and preach to the West, people of the West. If they will take it up, then the whole world will take it up. Okay. Such Yavanas and Mrichas are coming to us and becoming purified Vaishnavas who follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's very enlivening actually when you see anyone to take up Krishna consciousness, but especially when you go to West and you see outside culture, outside people, and then you see those people who are following them. They were one of them just few years back, and now you see the stark difference which you can see is still so much seen in India, fortunately. But more and more it will be seen. That's like completely different place you have come. It's like oasis. You see there, the women outside and the women devotee women inside. Such a difference you see there in everything. So it's so enlivening that how this Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna, it's for everyone. Krishna is everyone, for everyone. They had no by birth any connection, but just this mantra, this movement can bring everyone to Krishna. It's such a proof. Such Yavanas and Mrichas are coming to us and becoming purified Vaishnavas. And not only that, they are preachers. Like just some time back, me and Sankirtan Prabhu. Sankirtan Prabhu, one devotee, he is from Czech Republic. So we two were coming in train from Puri to Bhopal. So we were distributing books in the train. He is a very dynamic distributor in Czech. He is number one every year, always. So he was distributing. So it was very nice. A tall Westerner. Everybody is just amazed to see how Westerners they are giving Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada therefore called them dancing white elephants. And people talk about Russia because from Russia devotees come like planes full of Russian devotees during this God Purnima festival. Hundreds and hundreds of devotees. In Mayapur there is a whole colony where all Russian devotees and their saris and such an amazing thing. And this was foretold by our acharyas that a day will come when Russians, Chinese also, many devotees now, China. Something unimaginable. One who identifies himself as a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should feel like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, very important point. One who identifies himself as a follower of Sri Chaitanya should feel like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who said, Iha savar kon mate haive nistar. That's a true servant who should take up all the anxiety of the master. So we are trying to become servants of Krishna. Krishna is represented. So that is our standard. We should align our thoughts, our desires with them. That's a true servant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver the fallen souls because their fallen condition gave him great unhappiness. Of course, just by hearing that also we should try to help others, and gradually more we feel how we are greatly benefited by following Krishna consciousness, then it will become more and more natural also for us. That is a platform on which one can propagate the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridaso kahe Prabhu chitta na kariha yavanera samsara dekhi dukkha na bhaviha. Haridas Thakur consoled the Lord. Please, don't be worried. Chinta na kariha. Yavanera samsara dekhi dukkha na bhaviha. Please don't feel sorry seeing the Yavanas. Proper. These words of Haridas Thakur are just befitting a devotee who has dedicated his life and soul to the service of Lord. This is the true quality of a servant. He is always trying to relieve his master of slightest possibility of anxiety. That is the meaning of true servant. To be a servant is very difficult. It's not easy. For those who are trying to be master from time immemorial, to be servant is very difficult. It's a life of complete dedication and sacrifice for the master. It's difficult even for us to conceive. How can I just forget myself? Because being master means you're always thinking of yourself. Of course, a true master thinks of servant, his servant. That's a reciprocal relationship. But in today's world, both masters are also not real masters and servants also. Because one can be a real master only as a real when he is a real servant of Krishna. Then on behalf of Krishna, he can act as a real master, help us to connect us to Krishna. So these are things which give us, a hint of what should be our attitude. This is what our goal. That we are just focused on, we should see our Lord always smiling. We should be always happy. There should not be an iota of unhappiness like that. That should be our attitude. When the Lord is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen souls, the devotee consoles him, saying, "My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety." He consoles, do not be in anxiety. Not just superficially, like people do today. Any problem, don't worry, everything will become alright. Everything will become alright. Just superficially they try to console. Not that type of consoling. It has to be based on substance. Correct? People, they have no remedy, therefore they just try to console superficially. Like Maharaj sometimes used to, Bhakti-Vikas Maharaj. One husband wife, they were in plane and plane was about to crash, it was announced. And then the wife, she held the hand of husband, and the husband consoled, "Don't worry, I am with you." So that type of consoling is useless. This is service. Everyone should adopt the cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to relieve him from the anxiety he feels. Did I end now? But anyway, it's now 8 o'clock. So,
5 minutes.
This is actually service. If we make this as our only anxiety, this is I am saying, our only anxiety, that how to relieve anxiety of our master, then we will have no anxiety. We want to be free of stress, all difficulties. That is the formula. You take one anxiety, but that anxiety is not material anxiety, that is a spiritual anxiety. So therefore, that anxiety does not make us sorrow. That anxiety fills us with happiness. The verse is, "Jeev Krishna Das Ei Vishwas Kar Le To Aradhan Hai." If we only have one faith that we are servant of Krishna and we act like that, then that's all. From that day, all our problems are over. One who tries to relieve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's anxiety for the fallen souls is certainly a most dear and confidential devotee of the Lord. To blaspheme such a devotee who is trying his best to spread the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a great offense. So therefore, if somebody is sincerely trying to preach and we out of enviousness, unnecessarily try to find fault with him, then he is very displeased. Lord is very displeased. Correct? So therefore, that is Hatimata Aparadh. It is a very dangerous offense to blaspheme. First offense. First and seventh, they are the most dangerous offenses. One who does so is simply awaiting punishment for his envy. Yavana sakalera mukti have anayase ha Rama bali kahe nama bhase. So this is how they will be delivered, not just superficially. Why? Because these Yavanas, they are in habit of unknowingly chanting the holy name of Lord Rama. Because they are adept in saying Haram, Haram. So there the word Ram comes. Anayasa, without intentionally calling out to Lord. Unintentionally. Therefore, this is called Nam Abhas, shadow of the holy name. Even the shadow of the holy name is so powerful that will deliver the person from sinful reactions and sinful tendencies. Both. That is the power of the holy name. That just by shadow of the holy name, they will be relieved. And that's how these people will be relieved. महाप्रेमे भक्त कहे हा राम यवनेरा भाग्य देखो लय सही नाम. Mahapreme, those who are greatly imbued with the love, they also say Ha Ram. This is a way how you address Hare Krishna, like that. Ha Ram, Ha, Hey Ram. But Yavanera, their bhagya, see their fortunes, that they also chant those same hymns. Prabhupada writes, if a child touches fire, the fire will burn. And if an elderly man touches fire, it will burn him also. Haridas Thakur says that a great devotee of the Lord exclaims, Ha Ram. But all the Yavanas do not know the transcendental meaning of Ha Ram. They say those words in the course of their ordinary life. Basically, all these Yavanas have come from Vedic culture only. So the remnants of Vedic culture are there in their language and in things. I was just reading this Rome. In the history, there is a specific date when this Rome Empire was established. Specific date. That date happened to be Ram Navami. If you trace it. So primarily, it was Ram Navami was celebrated throughout the whole world. And Rama, all this empire also derived from this name. So they have these remnants there. And by that, unintentionally also, they will be chanting and there will be deliverance. For the Yavanas, the word Ha Ram means abominable, whereas the devotee exclaims the word Ha Ram in ecstatic love. Nevertheless, because the words Ha Ram are the spiritual summum bonum, the fact is the same. Whether they are uttered by Yavanas or by great devotees, just as fire is the same. Both for a child and for an elderly man. In other words, the holy name of the Lord, Ha Ram, always acts, even when the holy name is chanted without reference to the Supreme Lord. Yavanas utter the holy name in a different attitude than devotees, but the holy name Ha Ram is so powerful spiritually that it acts anywhere, whether one knows it or not. This is explained as follows. यद्यपि अन्य संकेते अन्य है नाम भास तथापि नामेर तेज ना है विनाश. Namaja Haridas Thakur, so he said that yadyapi though anya sankete, referring to something else, they chant, therefore it is namabhas, tathapi, even then, namera teja, the power of the holy name is not diminished by that. So just imagine those who are chanting with understanding, how much benefit they will get. If even unknowingly they chant, if they get that benefit. So that is to show that the power of the holy name is such. Okay, so we'll finish here. We'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Any question?
Namahas means that unknowingly he is chanting.
Yes.
Without any aparat.
Yes. Aparat should not be there.
That is not.
I will explain that in coming days. If you chant with aparat means against the person Krishna. I know, I deliberately do things which are displeasing to that person, then it is called Namaprad. Then the effect will be very, very slow, and we will get the good effect of chanting as well as the bad effect of Namaprad. It can be sin or just some other like not getting Krishna prema. But this is not aparad, this is namabhas. They are not deliberately doing the sin. I mean, aparad, not sin, aparad. Not like in haram, they are just neutral. They are not having any conception while chanting this word that against Lord. So there are 10 specific offenses against the holy name. So one should not have those 10 things. Then it will be namabhas. So in that there are different varieties. So sanket and different things by referring to something else or like that. But namaparadi buddhi is there, then that effect of namabhas will not be there. Then it will be very, 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 very less.
Prabhu, my question was like in India, the name Ram, Krishna, Keshav, Madhav, all these are still very common. So
Yes.
there are some people like they are chanting these names every day. They address their friend.
Yes.
But they will continue with their sinful activities also.
Yeah.
So what destination will they get?
Like Ajamila. What happened to Ajamila? He kept the name of his son as Narayan. He still continued doing sinful activities. Correct? So, it is described by Vishwanath Thakur. When one chants the holy name of the Lord unknowingly, that aparad buddhi should not be there. Thinking Krishna and demigods' name, saying all these type of things, if they are not there, then when one chants even one time, then the sins are eradicated. And tendencies also eradicated. But then the question comes, then why is he committing sins again? It is explained, it is like this fan, if you turn off, it will not immediately come to a stop. But primarily we can say the fan is stopped, though it is still moving. But that is just a matter of time. So therefore, those who are chanting the holy name, though they are still doing the offenses, but that chanting, actually it is, another example is given, like the bitten by a snake without fangs. So it's biting, the snake is biting, but it is harmless. So in that sense, one who chants the holy name, namabhas, that tendency is immediately not externally removed, but it's like the fangs are removed actually. So for it will continue, but that effect, it will not result in, means that removal of sinful reactions has happened by chanting of those holy names. That much is the benefit if one chants the holy name unknowingly. So though they are doing sinful activities, but its effect is getting nullified to a great extent. So that also is very glorious. But of course, that is only helping them to come out of the sinful reactions. But Krishna Prem, that cannot come by Namabhas. For that, pure name has to be chanted. It may look very astonishing, but we should not doubt. We may not be able to see it because we don't know the karmic reaction, we can't see them. That only we can understand from the scriptures. So, that is described in scriptures, it is so. Because we will not be able to understand by external things.
Prabhu, as Mahaprabhu is showing the concern for the jivas like that, Prabhupada says that we should adopt the same mood. So, Prabhu, it happens that when we slowly come, many years pass in bhakti, and then we also, sometimes we feel that seeing our maybe teammates or like roommates or somebody like that around the surroundings, we feel very bad for them. We feel like, oh, they're so they're so misfortune and like that. But then again, we like it's like fluctuating. Then again, we are also sometimes committing the same thing. So like, how does this fluctuation we take it out completely?
The fluctuation shows that we are spiritually weak. Our Krishna consciousness is very weak. It's in a budding stage. So, the thing which can help most is association. That has a very great influence on us. But what I understand from situation of most of you, that physically it is unavoidable for you. But still, in spirit, it should be reduced to as much as possible. Just calm se calm, whatever is minimal required. But other thing, as much as possible, serving with devotees, hearing and chanting, Bhakta Sanghe Nacho Gao, devotees come together and chant and dance. So gradually it will become strong. And especially because we are not able to do everything more time. But if you have a very sincere desire, whatever time you are in your good Krishna consciousness, at that time you pray to Krishna, Krishna please, I want this from my heart, but I will get encumbered by all those vasanas again. So if you at least cry out to Krishna in your good consciousness, then gradually Krishna will show you the way, give you the strength.
So, Prabhuji, while chanting, how should we pray to Lord?
Yes. While chanting, how we should pray to the Lord? Ultimately, we should gradually, by hearing, we should come to understand the whole picture, what is happening, what everything. Philosophy, what is that? Who we are, why we have come, and what is our relation with Krishna. That understanding should be there. And then, with that understanding, we understand that actually we are Krishna's servants. And we wanted to forget him. We wanted to become independent of him. We wanted to become enjoyers instead of being his servants. And then because of that we are here and present condition. So presently we are not having any service attitude to him. We are having all desires to enjoy independent of him without serving him. This is our disease. So we have to come out of it. This is in nutshell is the prayer. That please reinstate us back in your service, in our original position. And really we have to pray, because we ourselves cannot come out of Maya. Everything only, it's a gift, it's a mercy, that's all. But that is the ultimate prayer. But within that prayer, we also have to see presently where I am stuck. Maybe I am stuck at a level that I am habituated to, see pornography, for example. So, where is the question of asking Krishna, reinstate me in your service? First, we have to pray, Krishna, please take out this bad habit from me. So, I am giving an example like that. There can be. So, we have to also see where we are at present. Where are we stuck? And then we have to also, that is the ultimate prayer, that is the background. This is what we want to come, Krishna, but this is far away. I am here. So please help me. Once I am overcoming this, then I can go to the next like that. So that also we have to see where we are. Or it can be like, Krishna, by reading I understand that I should come to you, I should develop some desire to serve you, and I should feel frustrated without that. But I am feeling very happy without you. So I don't feel like even crying. To pray, it can be like that. To pray, you should feel that yes, I need you, I need to come. But we feel like only by reading, I know, brain activity is happening, but there's nothing coming from the heart. So that can be the prayers. Krishna, I am so fallen. Heart is like stone. I'm in cycle of birth and death. I know anytime things can change. I know people are suffering. I will be also in that situation. But still I am so full. Still I am happy. Like a goat who is going to be sacrificed, killed in his slaughterhouse, but he is enjoying the green grass. I am like that. I am so full. I am so foolish. So please Krishna help me. So wherever we are, that level we have to pray. And we have to pray to the holy name. Krishna is present in the holy name. We are asking him, we are inviting him, calling, calling him. So we have to focus on holy name who is present. Krishna is present in that form of the name, that vibration. And then we are praying to that form of Krishna in vibration form. Like that. Does it answer? Okay then. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.